Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today, we've got a bit of a coin collecting success story. Wait a minute, don't leave just yet. We'll keep the story short. We'll get to the coins in a moment. But yeah, I joined PCGS to be able to do just this thing. I bought a collection of proof and mint sets a few years ago, and I went through the 1998s looking for a variety, and I found some. So I sent it in to PCGS, and they're here. So let's check them out. All right, so here is the 1998 proof set, and it's the last year of the basic set with just the Kennedy and a single quarter, and then the dime, nickel, and Lincoln cent. There were the statehood quarters that came into play in 1999, so the proof sets there are a little bit different. However, what we're here for is the Lincoln cent. And so in 1998 and 99 for that matter, there were different incarnations of the reverse die. Of course, the proof and the business strike dies were different quality-wise, but the other difference was the spacing, and I'm sorry for the shakiness here, we'll get it under control. The spacing between the A and the M in America. And so the standard for the proof set is wide AM, which is this here. And what I found when I went through my sets is that two of the sets had close AM. And what happened there is they used the business strike die to make the proof coin. So let's check it out. I forgot to mention that because there were two sets, I didn't have all the coins graded. I couldn't really afford to do like 10 coins of grading, so that's like too much. So I just had the Lincoln cents graded, and I had PCGS bust them out of the holder, so that way I didn't have to risk damaging the coin. So anyway, here we go. So here are the ones in the, not really body bags, but the ungraded, untouched. So I might regret not having had some of these graded. There might be some goodies in there, but just couldn't really justify or risk the chance of getting a bummer grade. So anyway, here we go. Let's see what we got. So these are super cool looking in the holders. Oh man. And there's a little bit of toning going on, and I like that. So the edges of the memorial have a little color change, as does like the 1 cent area. So very cool. So I do know already that I'm gonna get the variety. It's just a matter of what the final grade is. And let's see if we can show that. There's the close AM, they're almost touching tips. So the A and the M in America. Let's see if I can get in a little better, there we go. So I'll show on the microscope the difference between the two varieties. We're almost touching tips. We got the A and the M, that's close AM. And for comparison, here's the wide AM. Let's see what we got here. So there's old Abe. Oh, this side is nicely toned as well. So I think, as usual with coins that I've sent in to PCGS, there's things that I notice when they come back that I didn't notice before I sent them in. So look at that spot in front of his face there. That's not good, and it's really not a spot, it's an imperfection in the die, or in the planchet, something. It's like a bump. So that is not cool. And I do notice something there on the edge of the coin as well. There's like a little crescent mark. So I've already cut myself down. I know what's up here. It's a Proof 69 red decam, which is still awesome. I got the close AM designation. And this is so cool. So real happy to have this. Would have been nice to have a 70, but there's only like 6 or 8 70s in existence. And yeah, the chance, with as many million of these as they made, the chance of getting a 70 is kind of slim. So one of the things working against it as well is because it's the business strike die, I think the sharpness is not all there. So you have to really be one of the early coins in the minting process, I think, to get a 70 with the business strike reverse. So, because like the detail in the steps is just not there. So real quick, you can see this is one of the wide AM, or the traditional proof set Lincoln cents. And although it's not super sharp, you can see the steps at least, and Lincoln. But here's the close AM, and look how washed out the steps are, and Lincoln is a ghost there. So yeah, I think that's why I got the 69 and not the 70. If it was a little bit sharper, maybe. All right, here's coin 2. And same thing, a little bit of toning going on. And don't know if there's any marks or anything. There are some lines. I think a lot of these Lincoln, Zinken, the zinc process or whatever, planchets aren't the greatest. So there's lines that go all different which ways, but the main thing is, look at that AM touching again, and very nice. So let's see what we've got here on this side. And I don't see any spots this time, but there are the lines again, like kind of horizontal lines. Ooh, and I see a scratch. Look at that. Look at the scratch on his collar. I hadn't noticed that before. It's funny what you see in the holder. So we know it's already a 69. So another close call, but no cigar. If it had been a 70, maybe I didn't mention, but it's like a $5,000 coin. These are $340 right now by PCGS book value. So that's nothing to sneeze at. Happy with that. So out of a $30 investment for like the 5 proof sets that I got of 1998 at like $6 a piece, I got 2 $340 coins. So that is awesome. So I call that living the dream. I started to mention that I had a story to tell. I joined PCGS just so I could do this sort of thing. And I'm really happy to have a success story here. So I thank you for watching Coin Sense and Nonsense. And until next time, bye.